Every time you use code SOG, this G Fuel stack gets way too big, and I have a problem. How's it going, everybody? I didn't see you all there. I'm a little animated. Today's video is brought to you by Some Ordinary Gamers. Yes, we have merch coming out this Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. If you all ever wanted to brand yourself with the mark of shame by having Some Ordinary Gamers and a nice comfy sweatshirt, then Tuesday is your day, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little Oni PC Engine design going on. First drop. Figured I might as well let you know as of today. Tuesday is when it actually drops. I'll have more on you when we make fun of myself that day. But ladies and gentlemen, all right, today's video is an end-all be-all, okay? It's about antiviruses. Now, every time I go on Reddit, every time I go on Twitter, every time I go on DeviantArt, every time I go on Fur Affinity, everyone's always DMing me, Muda, how do I stay safe on the internet? How do I keep my computer safe? What antivirus do I use? And the answer is none of it. It's all trash. It's all garbage. It's all nonsense. Now, this video is coming from a lot of personal anguish. Like, I actually feel personally triggered, the fact that I have to cover this to begin with. But hey, the internet's a wild place. We live in the cyberpunk reality of 2020. Now, ladies and gentlemen, antivirus software, I'm going to break this down to a bunch of things. This is going to be a giant sort of rundown. We're going to get into part one first. Free versus paid. Now, initially when I scripted this out, I was going to suck paid antivirus because I honestly thought that maybe because you paid for the software that the fisting wasn't going to be as bad. But actually, I'm going to chill back. I'm going to curb my enthusiasm a little bit because a lot of the paid software we'll be looking at is also free. In fact, if you go to PC Magazine, I didn't pick this out for any specific reason, PC Magazine, the best free antivirus protection of 2020. Ooh, Windows Defender is improving, but you still shouldn't rely on Windows 10 security tools as your sole means of protection. Okay, fine. We'll get to that in a bit, buddy. But let's look at all this free stuff. Our 10 top picks. I'm only going to be looking at 4 of these. Kaspersky, which is excellent lab test scores. Congratulations. You've got Avast, which is best for wealth of bonus features. AVG, which is best for few frills protection. All right, Bitdefender, which is best for set and forget protection. Somehow I feel that this sentence and this sentence mean the exact same thing. But hey, I'm just a chubby Indian guy on the internet. What the hell do I know? Let's get into all these websites. Now, first off, Bitdefender, currently as soon as you get to their product, likes to tell you lightning-free antivirus, award-winning technology, free protection against internet fraud, a powerful silent guardian for your Windows PC. Well, wow, goddamn, I can get a dragon, I can get a Dargon to guard me? Hell yeah, buddy. Now, if you go down to their payment section, their product category, they have the free edition. All right, I like to call this the fucking bargain bin, like Crackdown edition. Then you've got the Antivirus Plus, and then you've got Total Security. Now, I like to remind the audience that we're currently looking at a 50 to 60% off promotion, right? Remember that, it is very important. Now, if you look at their protection, they give you Windows Protection, which is top-notch protection and uncompromising speed for Windows. Ooh, hell yeah. Complete real-time data protection, absolute power, and basically every time you download a shady program, before you click it, and if it detects it as an antivirus, Bitdefender will say, no, you don't want to install that. That's gonna hurt you, champ. That's gonna be bad. That's what it is. Advanced Threat Defense. Our improved behavior-based technology detects and blocks advanced threats and ransomware. Basically, they throw programs into a sandbox, which is a container, a virtual machine of sorts. They test it out to see if the program does anything weird, and if it does, get out of here. Heuristics analysis, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of antivirus softwares will actually do this. This is par for the course and very common. It's not really advanced. It's kind of what commonplace is the best terminology to be using. Web attack prevention, basically a browser-based plugin that says, ooh, you're on a shady hentai website? Get out of here. That's not okay. Don't download that plugin on that weird shady adult website. That would be wrong. Anti-phishing and anti-fraud. Oh, you get that weird, Nigerian billionaire in your email? It'll scrub through that and tell you that's bad. Wait, hold on. Do you understand what we're covering here? Yeah, common sense. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at all these flashy buzzwords and I'm really telling you what it realistically actually fucking is. Now, of course, that's all you get in the free edition. This is what happens when you pay for it. Everything else, rescue environments, autopilot, security advisors, game and movie work profiles, battery mode, Bitdefender VPN, anti-tracker, safe online banking, Wi-Fi security advisor, don't connect to Starbucks and sign into your bank account, that's stupid! But we're gonna sell you a whole feature for it because that's pretty poggers, isn't it? Now, of course, Ladies and gentlemen, this is all fine and dandy. This is all cool. I get it. I fuck with it. It's whatever. If you want to defend your goddamn Macintosh or your Android phone or your iPhone, you better fucking pony up that $34.99 a year. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot of money to some people, but, you know, every buck counts, right? That's what it is. But why should you be paying for something that ultimately relies on common sense? Let's go check AVG Store. Same thing, by the way. I just want to tell you, it's also at a 50% off sale. What fucking timing, right? It's not like the same thing when you go to a VPN website and it's always on sale for 3 fucking years. It's actually just at that price. They literally make it look like a sale so somebody can be like, oh, it's on sale right now. Better buy it before the sale goes up. It's never going to go away. The sale will never fucking go away. That's what it's normally fucking priced at. I promise you. I'm going to go out on a limb. I've seen this a million times. But hey, let me prove to you later on. Now, these guys, basically, they're just telling you they're blocking viruses and malware on the free fucking version. You better pony up that $3 a month if you want shit like Wi-Fi network security, protection against ransomware, avoiding fake and unsafe websites. Now, you have to pay $4 to protect yourself against ransomware. If you're on Windows 10, I want you to press that nice juicy Windows key. I want you to type in Defender, okay? Now, in Defender, what you're going to see is fucking virus and threat protection. Type that in, and you guys can see that, hey, we already have fucking ransomware protection. Wow, it's almost like you didn't need to goddamn pay for it. You already have it built into your fucking operating system. As far as Apple's Mac OS is considered, they're actually a lot better in trying to prevent every entry-level user from messing up their system. Launching unsupported scripts, applications, unless they're verified and vetted by Apple, makes you go through like 4 or 5 entry prompts anyways. It's annoying, but it really helps prevent, you know, entry-level users from screwing up their computers more so than any other OS, giving them credit where credit is due. Hey, let's go to Avast Premium Security. Whoa! They're also at a 50 to 51% off sale. Wow! 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 Let's see what you get with this. Free? Pfft, block viruses, spyware, bitch. Wait, what do you get with premium? Secure your browser stored passwords against that. They're just coming up with whatever sounds cool. Keep hackers off your computer with our advanced firewall. Your firewalls are built right into the operating system, and they're pretty fucking good. You don't have to worry about it. Stop hackers from remotely taking control of your PC. Yeah, rat protection. Again, I'm going to get into how to protect yourself without paying this bullshit fee. Kaspersky Labs. Woohoo! Wait. Oh, wow. 50% off. Man, everyone's having a fucking Black Friday sale. It's not even Black Friday and we're all having a fucking sale. Look at the free version. We give you rigorous protection technologies, optimized for efficiency, easy to manage security, but you better pony up if you want to keep your money, privacy, and your kids safe. What do they do with the kid protection? Just block Discord? Is that what it is? Holy shit. God damn. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy or download these applications. If you feel like you need an antivirus software and nothing in the world is going to stop you, then just do it. Just follow your dreams, okay? That's how my dad always taught me. So a more accurate way to really look at this is, look, when it comes to computer safety and security, you have to really look at many common sense things, like don't download weird, shady software. If you do, run it through VirusTotal. And if you go on weird, shady websites, don't click links, and be careful for browser vulnerabilities. This is just common sense stuff. A lot of these programs, in my opinion, use fear-mongering tactics to basically guide people in, tell them they're giving all this protection, when in reality, they're just using common sense steps anyways. It puts up this false sense of security that people have, and they don't do the work themselves, when in reality you should be doing it yourself, promoting good safety habits, keeping your data safe on your end. Yes, it's okay if you feel like even after all that you need the extra set of eyes. Hey, that's all for it. I just personally don't believe in letting a software have unfettered access onto my system and hogging up my resources, when in reality the protection to an extent is already there on the OS level, and you should really be focusing on the protection yourself. Don't be tricked or fear-mongered into having this tool because you think you need it to protect yourself. Now, to protect yourself in today's cyberpunk reality, you have to basically understand the way that viruses are transmitted. See, malware is not necessarily the concern. What you have to watch out for is the transmission methods, okay? Because you really aren't going to be worried about the virus if you're already containing yourself rigorously from its transmission methods. So I'm going to cover the first thing, okay? This is 2A of the video, where I'm going to tell you about browser-based vulnerabilities. If you're watching this video in whatever browser, you know, Internet Explorer, Opera, Chrome, Furry Fox, whatever is out there, okay? Links if you're into that text-based shit. If you're using any browser, okay, there are going to be vulnerabilities, okay? Computer security in the browser world involves two people, white hat hackers, black hat hackers. I'm making this really simple. There's a lot of people out there that are on your side, just as there's a lot of people that are not on your side. They're always fighting against each other. One finds vulnerabilities, one patches them. It's an ever-evolving battle. The only way to combat, in my opinion, against browser-based vulnerabilities are virtual machines. And I know, you guys are going to sit there and see, like, this guy and his fucking virtual machines. Let me explain to you something right now. If you're on Windows, there are free softwares that are available. VirtualBox, VMware Player, there's a lot of tools. If you're on Macintosh, you've got the Parallels tool, you've got VirtualBox as well, I think. If you use any of these tools, download a copy of Microsoft's Windows 10, which the ISO is easily available, or Linux, or whatever. You can install this to your virtual machine and browse the web within it. You don't need to worry about having a slow computer. Running virtual machines nowadays is a lot easier than it was years ago. It's very easy to get set up within minutes, and you can browse the web within a virtual machine. Now, even if you download files, you can download those files on your virtual machine and transfer them to your main system or vice versa. The reason why I mention this is it'll easily allow you to ignore the concept of going onto a shady website. Hell, a lot of the deep web stuff that I do or anything relies within virtual machines. I don't trust most modern day websites. There could be something hiding within them that gives all of your shit away. Now, even if you go across a browser vulnerability or a shady website in a VM or you click the wrong link, the most it will do is infect whatever your virtual machine is, which isn't that big of a deal. Because yes, there could be virtual machine busting viruses where it could go through the virtual machine to your main computer. But that's a lot less common than you would ever actually perceive. You will never be 100% safe, but with the method that I just pitched you, you've already made yourself safe from, in my opinion, 98-99% of most browser vulnerabilities that fucking exist. As long as you're not signing into your Gmail account or your YouTube accounts or your private bank accounts in the virtual machine, you're fine. Use your main computer to browse your bank accounts and all of that, and your virtual machine to browse all the other websites, your shady websites that exist out there. That's really the best advice I can give you. The second method of attack is literally social engineering. Now, this method is something you would see very popular in channels like Kitboga, one of my favorite channels out there. I love the guy. He's really cool. He deals with a lot of scammers. In reality, his videos are hilarious, but they're a good glimpse into teaching you that these people exist everywhere. You will always come across somebody that will goad the unsuspecting individual into believing that they are in a position of authority, that they have some fucking power over them, and what actually happens in that case is that person will convince the actual person who's being attacked, the victim in this case, to install software on their computer. Whether it be through an email link, which you should never trust, whether it be through a download that somebody sends you over Discord, or somebody sends you through any, peer-to-peer application, somebody sends you any application, you should never open it at all. If somebody sends you anything and you download it, your best choice is to go to sites like VirusTotal or Hybrid Analysis, slap that fucker in there and let it do a full check to see what that application is really doing, because that's the best, most clean way to handle any of this. Now, this is something that, again, you might laugh at, and me and you have the technical know-how to avoid this kind of shit, but remember, there are billions of people on the planet. There are a lot more gullible people than there are intelligent people. That's the way the world works, sheeps and fucking wolves. So there are going to be people that fall out for this stuff. They're going to have ransomwares installed on their system because they fell for some, scammer on the other side of the world, or some scammer that basically tricked them into believing that they're in actual danger, when in 99% of the time they're not. So they install ransomware, they get their files stolen. They have a remote access Trojan, which lets somebody sit around and sniff their networks and steal all their files and basically run surveillance taps on them till God knows when. There are a lot of problems with it, but that's really the methods of transmission that I can tell you right now are the most common. There are many others, for sure. Browser plugins, a lot of that kind of stuff, but in genuine actuality, this is the two methods you're going to get attacked with the most. As long as you keep the common sense and realize that you should never fall for somebody with a position of authority, you should never fall for anything somebody is telling you when your computer is unsafe, especially when they want you to give them passwords or make you install some weird shady software. Don't ever do it. But now that we've covered all of that, let's go to number 3, which is, why the fuck would I use any antivirus when I have decent ones built in to speak? Now, the most three common operating systems in the world are Windows 10 for desktops, Mac OS for desktops, and Linux for desktops. Windows pretty much runs the fucking gamut. If we go back to the beginning of this video, I told you guys to look at something called Defender, right? Now, virus and threat protection is something Microsoft takes incredibly fucking seriously. They will consistently scan your system. Don't worry about this weird timing. It's because I'm on a virtual machine. I changed some things around. But they give you the regular scanning. They give you virus and threat protection settings. They give you virus and threat updates all the time. And they check for ransomware. These are basic tools that Microsoft is constantly providing to your system. In fact, anytime you go to anything on your page, right, if you want to, let's say, scan a file, for instance, let's say that I want to scan this file called gross. It's a picture of me, actually very gross. I'm going to right click. I'm just going to do a quick scan with Microsoft Defender. Hey, the file didn't actually have a threat. Now, this has actually tripped a lot of things on virus investigations where Microsoft Defender success rate has actually been relatively fucking high. Now, I would say I can rely on Microsoft's Defender because Microsoft is a leading player in cybersecurity and protection of corporate clients. Now, if Microsoft's clientele includes big billion-dollar corporations, it's fucking good for them. That means it's most definitely just good for you. They're just passing that off to their average user base as well as part of the Windows experience. You don't need any other shiny antivirus to sort of conflict and add on top of this when you already have what, in my opinion, is the best of the best already as part of the package. OS-based protection, it's doing its job just fine. Now, as far as Mac OS goes, like I told you, they have no antivirus as far as I know built in, but Apple's security principles based on the FreeBSD operating system do a pretty fucking good job of keeping most average people safe. Apple basically will give you 5 to 6 prompts to tell you, hey, what you're doing is unsafe, and they do a pretty good job, all right? Most grannies are going to be scared of that shit. As far as Linux goes, it's a free field. People use Claim AV, but Linux, the clientele that typically uses Linux is already understanding of multiple different malwares that can exist that ruin permission. It's not to say that Linux doesn't have malware. It does. But since Linux only has like, what, 0.5 to 1% of the market share of people using it around the world on their desktops, viruses don't really get written for it. They get written for like Linux servers, yeah, but they don't get written for the average person. So you're actually safe based on the principle that you're a pretty irrelevant individual in the computer desktop space. But viruses do exist. The best thing for Linux is to never give anything your sudo permissions, which is your super user permissions, and to not run shady software anyways. Now, that's of course the many ways that you can detect yourself and protect yourself and keep yourself safe. So I know that this was a lengthy video, but the methods that I gave you were effectively the same methods that any of these antivirus softwares will do. Now, you might be wondering, why not just buy an antivirus software and let it do all of the work for me? Let me tell you why. This is why I don't trust antivirus software, okay? And this is the title of the video. Antivirus software, you are basically giving it root level privileges on your system. Some antivirus softwares, when they give you options to deep scan your computer, they actually scan the system before it ever boots up into the operating system, meaning they have just complete unfettered access. Now, if you're worried about your security or your privacy or anything, I'm not blaming any antivirus software out there, but do you honestly, in 100% capacity, trust any software that will sit down and scan your entire files all the way through, even if it means to protect you? Do you honestly trust any software to do that, especially a software that you're using for free, $0 a year? I sure as hell don't. Listen, I'm not saying that any antivirus software is shady. All the ones that I've shown are just out of pure coincidence. I don't have any opinion of them. Honestly, I think Bitdefender, AVG, Avast, and Kaspersky probably really good pieces of software out there. I'm not saying that they're not, but do I trust them? Absolutely not. I don't trust any software out there with unfettered access on my system, especially when in most cases you can take care of yourself just by following very simple, very easy to follow security routines. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Antivirus Rant. Don't trust anything out there. Just follow Papa Muda's advice and you should be fucking fine going forward. I had to make this video because as somebody that has made content regarding malware and regarding computer protection, the best way that I can ever invoke computer protection is to follow basic security practices, because that'll keep you safe 90% of the way. Don't run shady software. Don't visit weird websites without your VM protection out there, and you'll probably be fine for the most things. Don't fall out for any email scam. Don't click any link out there that you don't trust, and don't be scared by any scammer who calls you up telling you that they're the fucking IRS or the FBI Cyber Activities Division or anything. If they do that, ask them for a badge number. And if they don't give you a badge number, then you should repeat the words "go fuck yourself," and that'll be the best ending to a scenario ever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am